Okay, picture this. A tropical island, lush greenery, ocean on all sides, but people are lining up with buckets and bottles because the tap water's only trickling out twice a week. This isn't a dystopian movie, it's Puerto Rico right now. And if you think this is just another local crisis story, let me explain why this water rationing isn't just about drought. It's a warning sign for the entire developed world. Here's the basic setup. San Juan's water crisis has officially gone from spotty service to full-blown rationing. Officials are cutting supply to thousands of households, citing severe drought. But wait, if you've ever been to Puerto Rico, you know this island gets monsoon-level rains regularly. So why are reservoirs drying up? That's where the real story starts. Let's dissect the infrastructure angle first. The pipes here aren't just old, they're relics. We're talking systems built when JFK was president. Now, I've seen bad plumbing in my travels, but Puerto Rico's network is like a game of Jenga held together by duct tape. Leaks waste over 40% of treated water, and every hurricane season turns into a game of where's the next rupture? But here's the kicker. Fixing this would require political will and funding. And that's where things get messy. Personally, I think the drought narrative is only half the story. Climate change absolutely plays a role. Longer dry seasons, hotter temperatures, evaporating reservoirs faster. But why did it take a drought to expose this vulnerability? Because systemic neglect is easier to ignore until disaster hits. Think about it. Puerto Rico's water authority has been broke for years, relying on emergency loans like it's a recurring character in a soap opera. Now let's zoom in on the human level. Imagine being a parent here. You're juggling when to shower, when to flush the toilet, when to cook. Schools are closing because they can't guarantee safe water. Farmers are losing crops while golf courses still spray lush fairways. That contrast? It's not an accident. It's who has access to underground wells or political connections. This crisis is shining a light on deep inequalities, and honestly, it's uncomfortable to watch. What many people don't realize is that Puerto Rico's situation is a case study in converging crises. Aging infrastructure plus climate extremes plus underfunding plus colonial governance dynamics equals a perfect storm. And this isn't unique. If you look at Cape Town's Day Zero panic in 2018 or Chennai's water collapse in 2019, the pattern repeats. But Puerto Rico adds its own twist with the whole post-Maria recovery limbo. From my perspective, the bigger question is, who gets to be resilient? Wealthy neighborhoods install massive cisterns. Poorer areas rely on bottled water handouts. The government's rationing schedule, 24 hours on, 48 hours off, sounds technical, but it's fundamentally a triage decision. And when systems fail like this, it's always the vulnerable paying the highest price. Here's a detail I find fascinating. The drought is technically a Category 3 event, but the reservoirs were already operating at 50% capacity before the rain stopped. That means the trigger wasn't just nature, it was decades of mismanagement. And now that the crisis is here, emergency measures might include trucking water from other regions. Trucking water. In 2026. That's not adaptation, that's survival mode. If you take a step back, this isn't just Puerto Rico's problem. Every region on Earth has aging systems we pretend are immortal. Climate change isn't a slow burn anymore. It's accelerating disruptions that expose every shortcut taken in maintenance budgets. So while San Juan's taps are the current headline, ask yourself, what's your city's backup plan when the pipes finally give out? Because this isn't a tropical island issue, it's a civilization infrastructure issue. Let me leave you with this thought. Crises like these force societies to reveal their true priorities. When water becomes rationed, who gets the last drop says everything about power structures. And if there's one lesson from Puerto Rico's unfolding disaster, it's that no amount of natural beauty or cultural vibrance can compensate for systems that leave people high and dry, literally.